What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Los Wise Guys podcast. I am one of your hosts, Eslam, aka Ragada the Sun, accompanied by Dan Emperor Disco, and our special guest today, George, aka Sir George of Giorgio.
Sir
Did you get
Jorge of Giorgio.
Sir
It makes
Jorge?
it
Sorry,
sound
dude,
regal.
I'm not Spanish. I know.
It's
He
not even
says, Sir,
Spanish.
he says
Dude.
Sir George of Georgia.
Yo, that's.
No,
I swear to God, bro, that's how I've read it all the time when I see your Instagram.
yeah,
I'm like Sir George of Georgia. I'm like, okay, that's cool. It makes a lot more sense now that it's Sir Jorge of
He
Georgia.
just like sucked all the regalness out of your name.
Dude,
like,
I
For
know.
real, bro.
I have
He
my
said
moments.
Sir George.
I
Yeah,
have my
it's
moments
Sir
when I
George.
can like pronounce like Spanish names correctly and roll my
Yeah.
R's real nice, and I just failed like the
That's
entire like race right now.
Yeah, all the Spanish people are gonna tune in. They're gonna start sending you hate mail. They're gonna hate you.
We're already getting hate mail from somebody else, but
For real. Damn, that's crazy. Hey, yo, haters gonna hate, man. They're gonna
hey,
hate.
it's all good.
You can do.
They're giving us a shit ton of views, so keep on
There
hating.
you go.
Straight
Uh,
up, straight
Hey,
up.
matter of fact, I want this to be the most hated episode. How about
Let's
that?
go.
Let's do it.
Let's call everybody out.
For real. Let's call everybody out. That's funny.
Fuck the entire world.
Yeah,
Let's
for
go.
real. Start
It's
calling out
flat.
people that aren't even famous. Fuck the guy at the hot dog stand I saw today.
Fuck all the
stuff.
extras in the Matrix. I don't know.
Fuck all those
Oh,
robots in the
man.
Terminator.
That's crazy, bro. Just start hating on everything. You know what I mean? Then damn
Yeah.
Teletubbies, F them. You just upset
Oh,
the
the
first of
producer
all-
for Barbie
okay.
Girl.
First of all, 100%
Oh,
of the
man.
Teletubbies, those creepy ass motherfuckers.
Bro, they're super
With
creepy.
with the giant baby in the sun, they're like, look at my stomach, it'll turn into a TV. Like, I'm like, what is happening right now?
I saw
That's
this
just a good show, man.
this on the internet. I saw like a meme thing that said like, "Oh, remember this?" And it was like the baby from the Teletubbies, and
Yeah.
it's like, "This is her now." It's like, holy.
And she has
crap.
her own baby.
She's like a whole
Damn.
like grown person.
Yeah,
So
she's a
crazy.
grown ass woman with her own kid.
We're all
She's
little
supposed to be in the
Teletubbies.
sky. I don't know what happened to her. She out here having babies.
That's what show I didn't watch, bro. It was just super creepy. That show was creepy. Like I don't know how kids
Nah,
watch that.
Oh man.
But as always, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, on Instagram. Go check us out. Go give us a follow. Hit us up. We love talking to everybody.
Yeah.
Also, go
As
check
you
out.
can see, Dan Rosado is not here. We replaced him with Sir Jorge. Of
Yeah,
Georgia.
so
I'm
Dan
horny.
couldn't. Unfortunately, Dan couldn't make it today. He just got fed up with the sun, so he put on some SPF 50 and went to fight that shit. So if you see the sun flicker in the sky, you know it's
It's
Dan.
Dan. It's Dan.
It's Dan. He's fighting that shit.
Give him hell.
Yeah.
Random Eclipse just shows up. It's like, damn it, Dan.
Right? I was trying
My
to say
crops.
something, man. Yeah, my crops. Oh my god. That's
Go
what you guys are
check
crazy
out
with.
the Los Wise Guys website, loswiseguys.com. New content going up on it every day. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, rate, and review. Thank you for all the support out there. We love seeing your comments on our videos. We love commenting back. All right, let's get into one of our main topics for today. Things that we think will be dead by 2035. I'm gonna start us off. I got some stuff to share here, guys. And this is one of the first things I think is gonna die by 2035. I don't think Facebook is gonna be around. What do you guys think? Think Facebook is gonna be around by 2035?
I already feel like Facebook is fading out, but Facebook doesn't it own Meta? So I feel
No.
like
So what happened was they understood that Facebook was going down, so they changed because Facebook was the parent company that owns Instagram,
see.
WhatsApp, and stuff like that. So they changed the parent company from Facebook to Meta, and now Meta owns Facebook, Instagram, all the other companies. That way, if Facebook falls, they're good because
they're still good because Meta
yeah,
They can
'cause
still fall
Meta's
back on that.
it's just
Yeah,
popping out
'cause
social
Meta's-
media.
yeah, Meta's the metaverse or whatever nonsense they're fucking cooking in there.
I feel like stuff has its course and it'll run for like let's say 10 plus years,
Yeah.
Look at like, for instance, what is it? Twitter.
Yeah.
When Twitter first came out, bro, Twitter was popping. Everybody wanted
Yep.
to be on Twitter. Now you can't pay people to be on Twitter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know this guy was trying to buy it, but he like backed out. Apparently, I don't know the whole logistics.
Elon Musk. Yeah.
Elon
Yeah,
Musk.
Well, what? Well, everything kind of because the inflation, stocks dipping. Like he lost a lot of money that he was gonna use to pay for the $44 billion he offered them, and then he was like, "Fuck it,
that's
I'm
crazy.
not buying this shit no more."
Yeah, no
Also,
man.
he wanted them to prove. He wanted them to show how many real accounts versus bots there are on Twitter, and they wouldn't give up the information, which was part of the deal. But yeah,
Crazy
that's
logistics, man.
yeah, man. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't think Facebook is gonna be around by 2035, dude. I
I
mean,
I don't think
who
so
is
either.
on Facebook anymore other than the old people who still watch cable television? Like,
They're gonna have my Facebook account that I can't access anymore because Facebook sucks,
yeah.
and they're gonna have me in my drunken 20s, just fucking all my random pictures.
Oh,
Oh, bro, I
dude,
would love to see those pictures though.
I literally can't even access it till I close it down. Just I have random pictures of
Damn.
me just sprawled under cars, knocked out, just
You had emo disco. Emo disco
emo
was my
disco. Oh
favorite.
my
Emo
god, emo
disco.
disco. I had all my hairstyles like
Yo,
yeah,
my man
when
went
I,
through a. Go ahead, my bad. I'm sorry. He went through a time period of just having a different hairstyle every like 2 years. You remember that?
yeah.
oh my god, if Facebook has that, I can't even access that anymore. But honestly, I think Facebook is gonna crash. So it's just like everything else. It's already fading out. Who like what? What is Facebook good for? Facebook
Like
Marketplace,
Facebook
Facebook
is the
forums, I guess, Facebook groups.
yeah,
But like,
Facebook
what
is the
else is it
current
good?
Facebook is the current MySpace right now, right? Because MySpace was the shit. Then Facebook came out and killed MySpace, and then Instagram came out, was slowly killing Facebook, and then Facebook bought it, and now TikTok came out, which is killing everything, and then Instagram is slowly becoming TikTok with the reels and
Stories and all that crazy
yeah.
shit.
So, and then you had what was that other app that came out and died quickly? Fuck. The one where it was just stories that like Instagram
Oh,
copied on.
Snapchat.
Oh
There you
shit!
go.
Yeah, Snapchat.
Yeah, that came out was hot for like 2 years and then just crash and burned
That one
because
did like
it didn't evolve while like if Facebook and Instagram just copied what they did and did it better and then so they were like, all right, we don't need you anymore.
Copy and paste. Copy and paste.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
pretty
Snapchat
mean,
was
much.
good for those OnlyFans stars before OnlyFans got
Yeah,
popping because they
yeah,
would
pretty
be
much.
like send like a video or whatever, and then it could only be there for 24 hours and then it disappeared.
And then
damn
they
it.
had like private not private Snapchat, but like ones you had to pay for to be able to get that content. So
Yeah, yeah.
they were the early OnlyFans.
So it merged eventually into OnlyFans. Is what happened.
Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much.
That's
Henry said,
basically.
"Don't forget Vine." Oh my God, that's a
Oh right,
throwback. All you
Vine,
needed was 6 seconds. I don't know why.
dude.
I don't know
Yeah,
why they changed it.
a lot of people got famous off of Vine, man. Like a
For
whole
real.
generation of people that are like, well, first of all, Shawn Mendes was on Vine, and this dude is fucking like a rock star now.
Do you remember when Instagram? I think it was, if I'm mistaken, you were only allowed to take like a 20-second video or something like that. Remember? And then they upped it to like a minute, and
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
just went nuts. Like it was
Yeah.
I
a
think
whole
it went
nother.
to like 15 seconds and then like a minute, and it was
yeah.
just like, oh,
That was the
crap,
biggest thing
a
in the
whole
entire
minute.
world.
We got so much time. Now it's like 10 minutes. It's just the whole damn YouTube
Yeah, you
video.
can
and like,
freaking live stream for hours on like Instagram. It's insane, bro.
It's wild.
Times are changing.
Yeah.
So the next thing I don't think that's gonna be around by 2045,
Let me since you
2035.
said since you mentioned the meta, that's something that I wrote was the metaverse. I was like, uh, is it still going to be around? I guess I did a reverse though because I was thinking, is meta going to advance to be like the Matrix where we're just all in the meta
Yeah,
and then we're all just
Ready
like in
Player One.
in capsules or we just like all live through the metaverse instead of like real life. So I kind of
That
had
would
like a
suck, man.
reverse one.
I mean, I
Uh,
kind of wouldn't want to live like that. That kind of would suck. You're just living in the
yeah,
metaverse.
no, yeah, that would
I don't
be
know. What if
horrible.
you could fly in the metaverse and teleport and be cool?
I mean, I guess. I mean, you do have a point. That is
Sure, I
pretty
can
cool, but
teleport on the internet anytime. I just
yeah, like
go on a new website.
if I want to go
Like,
walk to the park, I can. I'm in a capsule.
yeah,
You
Oh
know what I
no,
mean?
it's not gonna feel real.
Google
You
Earth.
can't get head in the middle of like 35,000 feet in the air or something.
But it's not real.
Yeah,
So you're really
exactly.
not
But
getting it at all.
it'll feel real.
I mean, I guess was it? What did they say in the Matrix? Ignorance is bliss when he's eating the steak.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true. He did say
is
that
true. He did say
after he sold everybody out.
that.
Um, so
Yeah.
so the next thing I don't think that's going to be around by 2035 is the conventional mall. Like I don't think malls in that sense are going to be around in 2035.
That's a good
And
one.
and the
That's
reason I
true. Nike is already like opting out like store stuff already because it's
yeah.
going straight to the customer. So I
Yep.
mean, that's just one example, and I feel like
I mean
Amazon
with
is the new wave where it's just like, let
exactly.
me go online and fucking I don't even have to leave my house.
Amazon revolutionized online shopping with their fast delivery. And then everybody started doing the same thing just to keep up with Amazon. And with that in mind, they just killed the brick and mortar like shopping experience. So malls as we know them are going to slowly fade out of existence, but they are evolving, right? Because we have the American dream. And the American dream is not just a mall, right? It is a mall, it is a water park, it is a fucking it has the Nickelodeon park in it which has roller coasters and shit. It has a giant Ferris wheel. Do you guys see this in the back
Yeah,
right here? This
the
thing
A.
that's popping up right here?
That's like a ski slope, right?
Yup. It's a
Yeah.
fucking you can go and ski inside the American Dream. There's also an ice skating rink, like I mentioned before, the
Holy shit.
Nickelodeon, and then you have the water park with a wave pool. All of this
I'm,
inside a huge mall that is broken off into sections of all these things, and then you have your super high end like retail brands like Hermes, like Dolce and Gabbana, whatever fucking high end brands that are around now. Tory Burch, like they have that whole section of the mall, and then they have section where they have like Best Buy and like all these other, like Old Navy and all these other clothing brands. So they literally combined everything into one thing because like Disco was mentioning before, Nike's like pulling out of stores. They're like, fuck it, we'll just people are buying online anyways. Like, what's the point of paying like these rent spaces and stuff like that? So now we got to see like so the American Dream did this. I wonder what the next mall is gonna do. Like, you know what I mean?
that's crazy, man.
It's
Hey,
interesting.
I see it over here. Like, so I mean, I live in Florida.
Yeah.
So I mean, for the people who don't know, I know you guys do, but I live in Florida, and everybody's been coming down here. So we have a lot more people than usual. So like, the economy never got shut down due to
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I will go to like the mall. So like, it's like you said, a lot of people are shopping now online. So they have all these malls. One, they're outside. It's hot as hell. Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna be in August shopping outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the malls, like the actual stores in the mall, like you go into the mall and everything is boarded up because they're starting to shut down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's just crazy how you see like, COVID done fucked everything up, man. I remember we
Yeah,
used to
dude.
go to the mall back in the day just to chill. Like
Yeah.
that was
Yeah. Yeah.
COVID,
100%, bro.
COVID taught us that we don't need to fucking go out for anything. We can work from home on a laptop with a camera. Like
Yeah.
everybody and their mom is just like, I'm not going back.
all right. Yo, for,
For
real.
real, yo. Yeah.
It kind of actually, I think, in a way, made everybody lazy to some degree. You know what I mean? It's like I mean, I know it was a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. Like hundreds of thousands of people have lost their lives and everything, but like it actually like the people who like survived, it like sucked their will in a sense. You know what I mean? Everybody
I
wants to
mean,
chill inside.
for anyone who works on a computer and needs just an internet connection, doesn't need to be in an office space. So
That's true.
that fucked everything up because then anybody who was renting out office spaces is now out of that income. Um, all the restaurants and coffee shops and stuff like that that service the people that were commuting into cities, that were working in offices, that took breaks, went out to get coffee, went out to get lunch, went out to get dinner after work or drinks, all those suffered because all those people are just staying home.
Yeah.
So like all that economy um just like fucking plunged, and one of the reasons why people, like companies, are literally forcing people to come back into the office because they're like, we can't, because cities are gonna die at this point, right? New York City like went down into like a shithole because of this. Like the homelessness went up. Like it was just wild what happened to New York City. So
Yeah. I was just out there a little while ago, man, and it's like, I mean, we grew up in that area. I mean, for
uh-huh.
those who don't know, so me and Disco are like cousins. So like, we always grew up going to the city. You know what I'm saying? Even you, I know that you worked at the Rock in Newark, right? The Prudential.
Yeah, I mean, I work in the city now. I've always worked in the city because I went to school there too. So I worked at Prudential as a side job.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
cool. But you see how like from when we were younger to now, like it's not the same. The city is
Oh
definitely
no,
not the
no,
same, man. Like I
dude, it
took my
wasn't the same
daughter.
from when I was working in 2018 and 2019, and when I'm working now. Like it is completely different.
Yeah,
It's just it's a whole new city. So
I miss the old city, man. Those were the
yeah,
days. The old
that
city,
was fun.
New York
Is the
City back
city
in the
gonna be there in 10 years?
day.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Yeah, I
We'll
could
see.
definitely see, man. It slowly, it affected everything, dude.
Yeah,
At the bottom line, it just totally just trickled down to everything. You know what I mean?
100%.
Gentrification is gonna hit the city, and that's how we're gonna lose the
The
city. It's
city
gonna
is
be all.
gentrified. Like you
I was
can't
just gonna
gentrify it
say
more
I'm
that.
than
Yeah,
talking
that, bro.
about like the boroughs, though.
like the hood
Well,
is hood in the Bronx. This
Like
is
the
not full of
Bronx is
Starbucks.
gonna get gentrified, and it's like it's not gonna be like the hood
I
anymore.
mean, he's not wrong. Newark is getting gentrified right now, so
Oh
um,
man,
Oh my
like
god.
they're making like a bunch of new like uh like condo buildings and like apartment buildings because everybody from the city moved out of the city to go live in New York, in New Jersey, Connecticut, Philadelphia. Like, I mean, like just PA in general, whatever. Anywhere by a train that can get them into the city and out. And now that
yeah,
they don't need to commute every day, they're like, why? I'd rather go pay the same money I was paying in the city, but for like 10 times the space.
yeah. I feel you. What
Uh,
I've been running into too is a lot of people. So like, I work in the construction field now. So a lot of people that are buying homes, especially down here, like bro, that whole influx of people leaving the city kind of just like spread out. So
yeah.
we had a lot of people coming down here to Florida, and it's just nuts, bro. Like a lot of the people that I like deal with, a lot of my clients that I work with, um, bro, they'll come down here, and I would say like 75 to 80% are from somewhere up north, New York, New
Yep.
Jersey, PA, you know what I mean, Ohio, and they come down here because they'll sell their money. I mean, excuse me, they'll sell their house up there for a lot of money, and then they'll come down here where the houses were cheaper,
Hmm.
and it's just like pennies for them, bro. And they like
Yep.
buying everything up.
Yeah, you'll sell the house up here for like 400, 500, 600K.
Yeah,
And it's like not that big of a house. You go down to Florida, get a 300K house that's twice as big.
huge. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you still got money in the bank, bro,
Yep.
because you sold your house.
Speaking of traveling, though, the next thing that's probably not even around that much now, but is definitely 100% gonna be gone without any question, travel agencies. Who uses a travel agency anymore,
Are
right?
they even still around?
I
Nah,
think
they are.
People
Yeah,
get
I
paid for
think
that?
there's still some, yeah, but
Would you
not.
consider Expedia and like Hopper travel agencies? Because I
nah,
feel
that's like
like
a.
that's what.
I
No,
think it's
no,
like
no.
a booking, right? That's like booking tickets and
Those
stuff.
are booking websites. No, travel agencies where like you call an office and someone picks up and you're like, "Hey, I need to travel here or there, look up shit for me."
Yeah,
Like
Disco's
um
travel agency.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Where the fuck you want to go?
Yeah,
Talk
so
to me.
I don't think those are going to be around anymore because one, you can do everything online now, again, and then two, a lot of credit cards that offer like points and stuff like that will book shit for you through them and your points and whatever you accumulate or miles or whatnot. So it's just like it's either that or if you book it and like tell them and they'll credit you for it. But yeah, there's no more need for like agencies anymore. It's very rare that you'll find them, but they're still around because there's always old people who can't use
I
computers.
was
So
just gonna say to play
once
devil's
those
advocate. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, once those people are gone, which by 2035,
Few
we'll see what
years,
happens.
10 years, it might be.
Let's just get rid of all the old people so there's no more travel agents.
Yeah, no more travel agencies, no more malls, fuck cable
That's
television.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Um,
I do think that cable, man, is gonna be going out. like soon. Like everybody has a streaming service, or you know what I mean, or supposedly I
Well,
know
I
somebody
mean,
with a streaming service.
we've talked about cable television a couple times, and that's
Yeah.
because it was on my list as well. Cable television ain't gonna be around by like 2035, man. Like,
Mhm.
I just saw something today that the U.S. streaming like numbers have officially surpassed like cable television like viewership, uh,
Who's
which is
still
just
paying for cable? That's wild.
exactly.
I
That
think
is
my
Again,
wild.
it's the same old people that are using the
It's the
fucking
travel
the
agencies.
travel agencies and
it's the old
Facebook.
people at the travel agency paying for cable.
They're like,
Yo,
"Where's the blockbuster? I
yo,
can't fucking find the blockbuster."
oh man, that's
I
hilarious.
got one. I got one. It's do you think there'll be human customer service in 10 years?
I
That's a
say
tough
yeah.
one.
It's already phasing out.
It
Like,
is. It is. And like I have like so I have an Android phone, and there's this new service that Google offers. So before you iPhone users get it and then be like, "Oh my God, look what Apple made." Um they first of all has two services. One is Screen My Call, where when you get a call, you can just press Screen My Call, and Google will speak to the person, like a robot voice will speak to the person, be like, who, like
What?
this person is using a Google screening service. Please state your name and what you're calling for, and the person who is has this the person who you're calling will get a transcript of it, and I see like the words coming up on my screen while this is happening, and then someone will speak, and if it's one of those scam calls, because it's usually a robot calling, and if it doesn't say anything, it'll just hang up. And if it's someone speaking, it'll be like, "Hello, Eslam," or like, "This is this person, doc from the doctor's office," and I'll just click to answer, or I can just click to hang up. That's one. Two, it has a hold for me option. So if when you're calling somebody, like I don't know, like a credit card company, and you're on hold, you can press click hold for me, and Google will hold for you, and you can go do whatever else you want to do. You won't hear that stupid music. And then as soon as someone comes on, Google will ring, and then you're like, all right, you need to return to the call because a person has come on.
Oh, that's pretty dope. That's actually
So
ingenious, bro.
yeah, it's amazing. And then iPhone is gonna get it in like 5 years, and then people are gonna lose their shit. They're like, "Oh my God, iPhones are geniuses." Like Apple is gonna get it in like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
they're a little bit late to the party all the time, and I can't even front. I have an iPhone, but yeah, they really are.
uh, but yeah, man, cable television's not gonna be around. Live customer service, I think there will be, but there won't be as much, because at the end of the day, people still want to speak to a person,
Yeah.
especially if the computer's like not getting what the fuck you want. Because I usually go through like the automated system, but then when the automated system gets really stupid,
Keep hitting
I
zero, bro. I want to talk to
yeah,
somebody.
exactly.
Yep.
and then you
But
talk to somebody and you get somebody foreign and you can't even understand it.
yeah,
It's like,
and you
damn,
get someone
bring back
stupider
the
than
computer.
Yeah.
you get
Nah,
someone
I
dumber
understood her
than the
better. I understood her better.
you get someone
Oh
dumber than the
man.
fucking machine.
Oh
Um,
god.
but
That's why I said it's kind of different. I mean, not different. It's difficult because I feel like you always have that need for like human interaction.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you can have a robot that does anything, but it's a robot at the end of the day. Like a person has feelings, a person has, emotion. It's just, you know,
But at the end of the
Un-
day, they can always, in 10 years, technology is always
that's
increasing.
what I
They
was
can
about
just
to
make an
say.
AI that's
Yep.
like simulates human
yeah,
humanity, I guess. And they're already working on that. Some of
Yeah.
them conversations I be looking online on YouTube, they're getting pretty good. Like you'll be shocked. I'm just like, damn. But I feel like that could be an option. I feel like that would save them so much money. Just get a blanket AI that's actually good enough to simulate
Yeah.
humanity, and then you won't need to fund like hundreds of actual people to hit up, like answer the phone and stuff. So I feel like that's the direction that we're headed. So I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think they're going to.
That's the way
I mean,
Skynet
yeah.
starts, bro.
Yeah, no customer service.
That's the way
Skynet.
Skynet takes over. Nah, I'm
Once
not with
human
it.
customer service is gone,
It's
that's
done,
just
yeah.
counting us out. Just
Yep, that's it. We're done for.
punch our stamp.
Um, the number one fan Henry in the chat put up taxi drivers. I think you're right. Taxi drivers, truck drivers, like any driving services is going to be gone once we get like up and running with like driverless vehicles that are actual,
Autonomous or
yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
autonomous vehicles. So yeah, I think that's 100%. I don't know if it's by 2035. I would give that by like 2050 maybe, because there's a lot of infrastructure that would need to change for that to happen. So which is going to take some time, but we're getting
By
close.
by 2035, we're still gonna exist. We're just gonna evolve. We went from taxi drivers to rideshare drivers. Next thing you
Yeah.
know, we're gonna be like some other thing.
Yeah. You
Sheesh.
guys are going to be drone drivers.
Drone
Right?
drivers. We
Sitting in
don't
front
leave
of the
the house.
computer.
We're just
You're on
driving
the
the car from
computer,
our
just
house.
driving
Yeah.
around. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm
Um,
saying
That would
you
be
gotta look
tight.
at it like this too. Would you really trust yourself in a vehicle? Like I know me, like if I'm not driving, I'm just like, oh shit. Like I gotta depend on somebody else. You know what I mean? Would you really be that comfortable with a computer driving you around?
I
Some
would
people
be if
are.
all the other cars around me are also driven by computers.
But if they're
Because
not,
it's
that's
the
what I'm
human error that messes up the
saying.
computers,
Yeah. You be
right?
chilling in the car and they get macked by like a lady trying to like do a TikTok video in the car.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
saw I saw this video. I think it was on Instagram, and it was like I don't know if it was a video, it was a meme, but it was making fun of the autonomous driving, and this dude was like trying to roll up, and so he put his car on the autonomous, and the next thing you know, the next slide was him just macked up on a car.
How'd that work out for you? He's like AI. He's like, oh, shit. Damn.
and all right. So my last thing that I don't think that's going to be around by 2035 is physical cash, especially coins. Like I
Yeah.
know coins are going away already, but physical cash, I mean, is I don't see the point of it. Like I haven't carried cash in at least a decade.
Damn. That's a long time. I always
Dude,
carry cash. Though. I grew up like that. To
I
have
know,
something
but
just in case.
I've
But once
I've never
Y2K
been.
hits, you're gonna wish you had stacked some
Y2K.
cash under your bed.
It may be, bro, but then it's gonna be worthless. You know what I
He
mean?
said
All
Y2K.
as
No, but I totally agree with you on a serious note. What is
Yeah.
the point of it? It's like credit cards is all you need, really. They just fucking
Everything's electronic now, bro. They
Yeah.
can track everything. And
yeah.
you know what's funny is because I recently 2 weeks ago I took my daughter to the Tampa Bay Comic Con, and
Nice.
we were driving back home. My wife said like, "Oh, let me stop and get some coffee because it's like a 2 hour, 2.5 drive back to where I live." So we stopped at Starbucks, and I'm over here, and she said that they didn't take any cash whatsoever. Like they didn't allow it.
Yeah, yeah.
She's trying to pay. So yeah, you start to see like they're starting to weed certain things out. Everything had to be done electronically.
Before there was the
There's
cash
like a
only
coin
places.
shortage or something now,
Yeah.
or there's a couple places like that over here. Or it's crazy though. Like you don't even need your card anymore. You can literally pay
Yeah,
with your
use your
phone
phone,
now. It's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
like just swipe your phone. I'm like, I honestly didn't even know that was a thing until like the beginning of the year. I saw somebody like you swipe their phone. I was like, the fuck was that? I was genuinely just like, damn, I'm getting old. What is that? This
I mean,
is new technology.
I love the card tap. Like I just tap my card.
You just kind of put it there.
I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
discovered I could do that too. I was just like, this is so convenient. Just smack, gotta because my little swipe is like broken sometimes.
Yeah.
I literally have to like swipe or
He
like
has to put it
chip
between a
in
piece of
mad
paper.
times. Gotta clean it and get it fucking decline
Get-
mad times.
Get some
but it's just
alcohol
for no
wipes
reason.
out. Start
Yeah,
wiping that
dude.
shit down.
It's the card. I got money. Sweat.
Yeah, that was the go-to line. Y'all swear there's money in there. Yo, the
I just got
funniest thing,
paid.
for real, the funniest thing is Disco probably saw that for the first time is when like apes discovered fire. He just straight stared at it with the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
man.
Everything cash. Honestly, man, I think cash is just like it's one of those things that like if you were brought up like with my parents like to save money, carry cash. That's where I get it from. My father always has cash on him, no matter what.
Yeah.
We could
Mine
be
too.
somewhere.
Mine
Yeah,
too.
bro.
But I'm just like I don't. If you don't accept card, I'm not buying shit from you.
Just start throw your drinks on the ground and walk out pissed
I'm
off.
just like,
The new
I've
thing is
literally.
also Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I've seen a couple stores
Yeah.
with that too now. It's
Yeah.
just like,
Like, I'll go
I got
into a
into some like conventions with that too. Like they didn't have like a card thing. I was just like, oh, I got Cash App this, and they actually took it.
And they'll take it, right? That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Dude, I've gone into stores and I see like a cash only sign. I'm like, hey, you don't take card? And they're like, no. I'm just, all right, bye. And I just walk out. I'll go to another store. There's always another store that sells the same shit you do, but has card. Like, why would you limit yourself?
That's across town though, dog.
Yeah.
Gas is like
Not in the city.
That's true. He's
Yeah.
probably walking
I'll
half
walk-
time anyway.
I'll
Yeah.
walk across the street. That shit is right there. I don't need you.
Damn, bro.
Disco, you have
Uh,
any more?
yeah. I got one more. Phones. I think
Okay.
in 10 years they're either gonna be retarded ass small or just in our head altogether. Just
A
like,
It's either
chip on your
that or
tongue,
the- Or the watch is gonna just because the watch already has the phone, right? It's either that or it's just
Oh,
gonna
that's
have like
true.
a little projector and just
they could
project
turn
on
it
a
into
surface.
a bangle, and then we
Yeah.
could just do multiple. Get like some
Like
predator shit.
it'll project on your skin or project on a surface, and then you can just do stuff that way. I think that's possible. I think that will be closer by like 2035
Gonna take my
than
predator
like something in
gauntlet,
your head. Yeah.
blow up my job. Just like fuck this place.
beep, 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 beep. It just throws it down.
Start looking like you're fucking like a Power Rangers. You know?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
He said
man.
Power Ranger. Yo, that was
Like
a good
Zordon.
show, man. Yeah, Zordon. Come in. That's so funny.
For
What's
all
the-
of you
yeah.
youngins listening that don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck we're
Oh.
talking about,
Oh,
go look
man.
it up.
What's the little dude who
Please.
used to always get scared? Oh, I can't remember his name. He's like,
fuck.
ay, ay, ay. What's the hell's his name?
Yeah. Shit, man.
Damn. Oh, man.
Shit, Alpha.
Dude, Alpha. Yeah, that was it. Alpha. Ay,
Yeah,
ay,
something like
ay.
that.
Do you remember
Yeah.
the Power Ranger movie?
Yeah, I love that movie. Which one? Which
Oh,
one
the
though?
first one, Ivan Ooze.
Oh yeah. Yes.
That one was wild.
That was fantastic.
That was a great movie.
Whew.
And you seen
I
the
like-
meme where it says Ivan Ooze been slinging lean out of here since back in the day because he was all purple with the ooze.
Have you seen the remake that came out with Bryan Cranston a couple of years ago?
They're like in a crater, like they find the suits in a crater or something like that.
Well, they find the coins.
Yeah, they find it, but like in the crater, right?
Yeah,
I do remember that, but I don't. It was such a long time ago. I don't remember like detail. But yeah, it was a pretty good one too.
I love that movie. It gave it such a like an actual story. You know,
Yeah.
like where did it come from? Like it was alien tech. It crashed on here. Like Zordon was a Red Ranger. He got trapped in I forgot what they call it, but
In the metaverse.
yeah, yeah, he got trapped in the metaverse. Any more
And
disco?
Alpha was his AI. You see, it's
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
true.
No, but Killer Fox said.
Yeah, I was just about
albums?
to mention the. Yeah, so he
Uh,
said DVDs and possibly albums. I'm guessing he's saying physical albums. I think
Picture albums.
CDs.
They're already obsolete.
Well, picture albums, yeah, but
Yeah.
CDs are already pretty much obsolete. But they do still make vinyls. Like I don't
Dude.
think vinyls are gonna go away.
Bro, I
Vinyls
have
are like a collector
300
item.
vinyls. Yep.
Yeah, vinyls are a collector item. It's like a piece of art, and
And they
like
make,
that got
like-
lost with CDs.
Yeah.
You know, but like vinyl is like it's like a beautiful thing. The cover with the artwork, like.
And
So
when
I
you
don't
go
think that's gonna
platinum and
go
all
away.
that, you're like they make like the
Gold one
the
or
trophy,
the platinum one,
like
yeah.
the platinum. Yeah, those
Yeah.
are cool.
I actually I own about 300 something vinyl
Nice.
right
That's
now.
it.
Yeah.
You gotta pump those numbers up.
I know, dude.
500
Yo,
by the
Those
end
are
of the
rookie
year.
numbers.
it's an expensive ass habit, bro. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's like not a habit, but like a hobby.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
super expensive, bro. Like I try to find when I go like record hunting or record shopping, I literally go digging for like vinyls that came out for that year. Like I mean, I could go to Target and I could buy the vinyls, but they're like $40 something for like a Bruno Mars album. Like
Yeah.
that's cool, but I'd rather like dig and find like for instance, I have a Jimi Hendrix album that was from
Nice.
the year it came out, or like the Queen album or a rock album, or like
Oof,
an R&B or
Queen.
soul album. Yeah, bro. I even have old school hip hop vinyls from like the 90s.
Nice.
And they sound dope, man. Like it's just I don't know, it's just that sound. It's a lot different. I don't think they'll go out of style either.
There's
I
always
mean,
going to be that like vintage, like
yeah.
retro niche. Even with fountain pens, like
Yep.
people go crazy for like, because I love fountain pens, so people go crazy for like old ones from the '60s. Like people literally will go out to thrift stores or like
Yep.
go on scrounge for eBay because that vintage is always it's
You're always
nice to
going to
get
have
it
a
from that
market.
era. It's not
Yeah.
like a copy or anything. It's like straight from where the materials are 1000% different. And it's like even with cars, like you go a decade back, it's like
Hmm.
you have the whole steel frame and everything. Now everything's like composite plastic and like
Yeah.
lightweight. It's like there's always going to be that vintage antique niche.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's going to
definitely.
have a market for it. Yeah, most definitely. Like that's just it's wild, bro. You always have your people who like stuff. Like I like records, and I know that you said that the cars. Like we had a cousin, bro, who used to like have these like really old school Cadillacs and like Lincoln Continental, but like back from the '70s, mint condition. Bro, we used to ride in that car. It was like driving around in the Sherman tank, and it
Yeah.
sucked. It snowed because you'd
Yeah.
hit the brakes, bro. Like you had to pray that nobody was in front of you because
Yeah.
you'd end up in their front seat. It was literally just rolling on an iron tank, bro. It was insane.
Oh man, one time he came out of a fog. It looked like the fucking Batmobile. I was like, oh shit. Them old Lincolns, like in all black, them things are beautiful, beautiful
And then
looking
the
cars.
craziest thing is he used to love to take them out when it was like the shittiest weather. There'd be a blizzard. He'd be like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" And he'll pick us up in a giant Batmobile riding through. It was crazy, bro.
Uh, Killer Fox says vinyls won't go away. It's going to be grandfathered in till the end of time. I
Hell
totally
yeah,
agree.
hell yeah!
Yeah.
Totally
Like
agree.
There's
it's like
certain
a cell
things that are
phone
gonna
plan.
be grandfathered in. You got like the vinyls. You have certain comic books that are just not gonna go away.
I feel like
Um,
old muscle cars are like
one
just
hundred
always going to be
percent.
a thing. Just
Like you said, fountain pens. There's certain collector things that, like as humanity, we find value in that we're just gonna keep around forever. So
do you think combustible engine cars are going to be around in 10 years?
that's
Because I
that's
know
that's
they're
an interesting
transitioning.
question.
Even
Oh, speaking of
what
that,
was it?
god
The
damn.
Challenger or whatever are being
It's
discontinued.
electric now. Yeah, they're trying to make it electric, or they're going to make it
I
electric.
forgot which ones it was. The Charger
It's
and
the
Challenger, I
Charger and the
think.
Challenger. Yeah,
They're
Dodge.
both
Yeah.
being discontinued, yeah, by Dodge.
So I think that's actually the perfect question for this
Yeah,
this topic.
yeah, that's a good one.
I and California uh Gavin Newsom like says he won. Henry Fox said Coltrane. I don't know why that just got me.
I saw the wheels turning. He just stopped. Like,
I just picture the steam engine, so we're going back. I don't know why.
oh
But
man.
Gavin Newsom said by 2035 he wants all the cars in California to be electric, which is definitely he's being bold for that because our electric grid can't even withstand if
Yeah.
everybody had an electric car. But I like that he's shooting for at least
Yo, since you spoke about electric cars and whether the combustion engine's gonna be around, I just saw this today, and goddamn, bro, look at this. This
electric
is
DeLorean.
Does that
this
say
is the
DeLorean?
this is the new electric DeLorean, and my God, does it look beautiful? Like, oh man, it's
Oh
so
my god,
nice. It's
that
so
Wow.
shit looks
sexy.
sexy.
Like, wait until you see the rest of it, bro. Like, it's amazing. Look at this car,
Holy shit, that's fire.
dude.
Oh my
That shit don't
god,
even
that
need to
shit's
go
gonna
88 miles per hour, bro. That shit'll just fly there.
Roads where we're going, we don't need roads.
Yeah,
We just need
but
we just need an outlet.
man, this is a nice looking like car.
Can it time
Usually,
travel? Does it?
For real.
it
Does
looks
it
like
need
it.
that?
Where's the flux
Yeah,
capacitor in
The
it?
flux exactly.
I think this is it right here. It's up front.
It's in
and
the
center.
front.
Yeah, you see
so
this? I
funny.
think that's the
It
flux.
comes built in. The
Yeah.
flux capacitor and a pussy magnet.
Right? That car is insane, dude.
But it still has its
open
suicide
doors.
doors.
It looks like it has wings. That's just about a
Yeah.
fly too. Skew,
How much do they go for?
Well, let's find out together. But man, looks real nice.
Dude, that is a nice ass car, I'm not even gonna lie.
Does it say when it's scheduled to release?
I think this is releasing this year.
Oh man, that's tight. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a hit.
Top speed
300
is 155.
300 miles range, 100 plus kilowatt hour battery, 0 to 88. I love it. I love it. They're still keeping it.
Yeah,
88,
that's
0
so
to
funny.
88 in
Nice.
4.35 seconds. It's not
That's
bad, man. That's fast.
that's fast
Um,
for an electric car. That shit's wow.
let's
I
see
mean,
Have,
what.
for
Let's
any
see if
car,
we,
I feel like actually.
it's called
have
the
you guys ever
Alf.
been in a Tesla or like just any electric car?
I have been in a Tesla before, but it was pretty tight. But this was a while back. This was years back. I
Oh,
don't
like
think
when it
they
first
have the
came out.
prices yet.
That's a one of my coworkers has a Tesla, or I should say he had a Tesla, and we went riding around the neighborhood one day. He's like, "Check this out." We hit like a back road where they're doing construction on,
Uh huh.
and he just booked it, bro. We must have like literally went from 0 to like 80 in like 3 seconds. It's straight
Oh,
power,
it's faster than that. It's
Those
faster
things
than
are
three
fast.
seconds.
straight
The
power,
ones with the dual motors too, probably like it's just retarded. It's
dude. It was
crazy.
insane. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, damn, man, like this
Those
car.
things are for sure the future. Once we keep tweaking our like technology and figure out how to make the batteries last longer and like I don't know, use diamonds and super fancy like future
Well,
resources. I
honestly,
don't know.
there was a team that literally just made the first successful nuclear fusion, where it was sustainable for
Oh
like
wow.
for a couple of seconds, and now the question is, how do you extract that energy and turn it into electricity? Once that's figured out, energy like all fossil fuels are just gonna dip.
Yeah,
Like
I
we won't need them anymore.
that's why
the
they're raising the
the
prices now.
Oracle Baba Vaga predicted that we would in 100 years create our own sun for that very reason, so we can just harness its electricity and power.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be a full sun, but it'll just be a nuclear fusion. I don't think we need a whole sun to power the Earth.
Yeah,
I'm
the
But
just
power of
telling
the
you what
sun's
the
ridiculous.
Oracle. That's what she predicted. So I think
Shit.
you know
okay, um,
So it
all right,
must be true.
it's got to be true
It's got to be true.
for a fact. You
uh,
watch.
all right. Let's move on. Let's talk a little bit about George. Um,
Shall
uh,
we?
you said you're very into music. You have a huge music collection. I know you've dabbled into music before. Um, what got you into music? Did you ever want to like build a career in it? Did you ever think you want to be a producer or something, or like an audio technician, or you know?
I mean, I love music. Like my mother's side of the family, like I don't have like albums out or anything like that. Just we grew up in a musical family type of deal. So like my uncle sang, my cousins sing, my
Nice.
grandmother, my grandfather, they all started singing like in church and stuff. Yeah, bro. So
Yeah.
like just all of us were always around it. Like my cousins now, like like our generation, like my uncles, my aunts and stuff like that. Like all their kids, like they play guitars, they sing, they do that. So like I mean, I used to play instruments in school. I used to do, be in the band, all that stuff. But I just love music from the sense of just good music. So like I kind of got pushed more to like listening to records and like what I'm saying, like DJ and stuff and like producing or mixing and stuff like that. It really intrigued me. So I know when I got out of school, like I used to make like the old school mixtapes or like even back in the day, everybody used to freestyle and like BS and joke around. I would make like my own instrumentals, but it would have to be with like the tape and you'll play it and you'll
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
right at the end, stop,
Yeah.
rewind it, and go and
Yeah.
do it a couple times.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, just for a love of music, bro. Like I mean, even now, like we'll have like little instrumentations and I'll mess around. Just if I'm bored, instead of like going
Yeah.
out
It's a
to
hobby
a
now.
bar, yeah, it's just a hobby, bro. But it's just I have a lot of records, like I told you, the vinyls. I have turntables. I went
Do
to
you
college
u-
for
do
radio.
you use any of them for samples and such, or?
You want to know something funny? Is I do have a lot of records and I have the stuff to sample it. So like
Yeah.
when I'll mess around, like I'll take stuff and chop up, like a regular sample, or sometimes like joking around making beats, just listening to music. I might listen to a song and like I just might like the horns or the drums on one song. And I'll
Hmm.
just edit it and sample it out and just mess around, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, I mean, even back in the day with disco, when we used to have parties back at his old house, like I would DJ stuff on my computer and just chill. It was just like a love, just a
Nice.
hobby. Yeah, man.
Very
You
cool.
you said you come from a musical family. Did you guys ever sing like the Family of Step Brothers in the car?
I wish, bro. Yeah, that to me is one of the funniest scenes. That when they almost crash, they just still get right back on beat.
He's
Derek.
like, "You're flat. You're still
Yeah,
flat.
you're still
Fifteen
you
hundred
sound
for what?"
horrible. Yeah. But
Oh
yeah, man,
man.
it was just a hobby. It's just joking around. I like to listen to records. Like even my daughter now, it's just insane because like she doesn't like. Don't get me wrong. Like when she's with her mom, bro, she listens to like a lot more like Bad Bunny.
Yeah, yeah.
Like who like Dua Lipa stuff like that because her mom listens to stuff like that. But
Mhm.
when she's with me, bro, we'll come into like where I'm at right now is my office, so I have it set up with like everything that I like. So I have
Yeah.
records, I got like posters, music, this, I got equipment, and she would come in. So there was a time like during COVID, but we were just in the house. We'd come into this room right here, and I let her pick a record every day, and she would just straight listen to like Jimi Hendrix. She'll listen
Nice.
to the Doors. She'll listen to
Nice.
like like
Classics.
Led
Throwback.
Zeppelin, yeah. And then I have like old school like Keith Sweat albums or like Boyz II Men records from like back in the
Nice.
'90s. And yeah, bro, she'll just pick them.
That's
So
good, man. It's good to have an eclectic taste, like
yeah, I
not
listen to
just
everything, man.
yeah. I unfortunately I am not like that. I was just like I like after I got into high school, got into rock music, completely was like goodbye hip hop. Like it did not speak to me anymore. So I was just like I don't need to listen to this anymore, and I just like stayed with rock music. Started listening to all the older stuff. Um, fuck, what's his name? Moon Age Daydream. If you guys remember who the guy who sang it, Ziggy Stardust. Uh,
Oh,
Oh,
David
David
Bowie.
Bowie.
David
David
Bowie.
Bowie.
Thank you.
Jinx, not always.
David Bowie,
You can't speak for the
Queen,
rest of the podcast. You got Uber me
Muse.
a Coke.
I text all my answers or I put it in the chat.
Yeah. So yeah,
Get a
man,
voice to read it out.
I got into rock
I
music
uh,
and I just never looked back.
I
I got
agree though.
introduced by
Rap got
Who
so
was
bad. Once the mumble rappers came out, I could not keep up with rap anymore. After that, I was just like,
I stopped listening to. I mean, I listen to rap, but like I don't really listen to the radio no more. Or like
yeah,
all the records I have, or like I'm wearing a Wu-Tang shirt right now.
yeah,
Just what I mean. So
yeah,
if you ask my daughter, she cracks me up. She'll be like, "Daddy, can you play the song I like?" And I'm like, "What song?" She goes, "Dollar Dollar Bill, y'all," and she'll be playing the song on the radio. So yeah, like what? My daughter's 4. I'm like, what 4-year-old? Be like, "Daddy, put the song on Dollar Dollar Bill, y'all."
yeah,
But
yeah,
the
yeah.
only
like,
caveat with that, yeah, bro, we'll be in my car.
METHOD, man.
Yeah, she literally would do that. But it's crazy because like we grew up on that music. With, like obviously it's explicit content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm not gonna have them cursing all crazy in front of my daughter. So every time I get an album or a song that she like, it's like the clean version.
yeah, yeah.
So I'll be really into it and I'll be rapping and I'm like and I have to remember she's in the car, so I have to switch it up. Yeah, man, it's pretty funny. What was the
My
first band that you said you wanted or that you heard?
me.
Yeah,
Well, for me, it was Linkin Park. Was my
great.
entry. It was Linkin Park and Evanescence, and then in high school, once I became friends with disco, I got introduced to like Muse, Korn,
Yeah,
like all, and with Eric and stuff. Like I got introduced to way more different types of rock music. After that, I just started discovering things on my own, like Queen, and finally got into the Beatles. I don't know why I hated them before, and I was just like, I had no reason. And when I listened to them, I was like, this is fucking amazing, you
yeah.
know. I got into it, and I was just like, fuck, man. And then now I listen to this. There's this Swedish band that does like they use classical
Swedish
instruments.
death metal.
No, no, no.
That
So
sounds cool though.
they use classical instruments, but they make like modern rock music. And they did a whole album where they did covers of Metallica
Oh,
with
sick.
these classical instruments like the bass and like the cello, and it sounds phenomenal. Their name is Apocalyptica, and they did this one album where they had a singer on every song. They're usually only instrumentals, but they had this one album called Shadowmaker, and it had they found a vocalist, and it is one of my favorite albums like ever. It is so fucking good, man. I
Yeah,
just really enjoy it. It has its like super hard rock moments, then it just calms down with like the classical. It has like its levels. It gets you pumped, then it calms you down, then it gets you pumped again. It's
that
just like
sounds sick.
it's really fucking good, and they are such amazing musicians.
Yeah.
Like give them a listen, man. They're so good.
Most definitely, bro. Like I love listening to new. Like when people like, hey, yo, check this out, or like even when I go around, like say if I'm hanging out with my family and like I see a musician, bro, I always take time just to listen to them, just because that like that's their love, that's their passion. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I just enjoy it too. But like if they're like, here's my CD, I'll give it a listen, bro, because you never know. You find like something so cool and something you wouldn't expect. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
So like you said, classical music, I'll definitely check them out because one, I love like rock. I love all types of music, but I love classical music. Maybe because when I was younger, I used to be in the band, but I appreciate the instrumentation
Yeah.
of like certain songs. And to me,
I
it's just amazing how you can have 20 to 300 musicians
Yep.
all playing in unison to make it sound
Yep.
like one. That's amazing.
It is. I still have Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. I still give that shit a listen every now and then.
Bro, that's a banger. That's a
It
that's
really
a
is.
17th century banger, yo.
Classical
For real.
music is so much more intricate too. Like it's not just like a simple
Yeah.
like music theory. It's not like just simple stuff. They actually
It's
like
structured.
are advanced. Like
Yep.
they have like
Yeah.
complex timing, and they'll like borrow chords, and they'll make it like it's actually a legit composition, not just like some backyard. I'm gonna slam on the 1 4 5 chords.
Yeah.
Like it's like literally like you could tell there's a lot of thought, and there's like they're trying to go for certain energies, and that's
Yep.
why I like classical. And it's nothing like these mumble rappers today or pop rock today or pop
Yeah.
in general. It's actual feeling and you know the
It's
timing
emotion,
for
bro.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing. There's
Somebody, I don't know who it is, but somebody said one time like music is what emotions like sound like or feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and it's true. Like, you don't have to. You could just sing a song, and you can hear emotion in somebody's voice,
Yep.
or like you know, even if somebody's rapping and they're telling a story. Like Nas's first album. I don't know if you. I mean, everybody knows who Nas is,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
his first album, bro. Like I remember the first time I heard that listening in the car. I had to drive around again to just listen to it. Like it was that good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just he tells you a story, bro, and it's like you're looking through his eyes. Like it's,
You know
it's insane.
what's funny? For me, the best place to listen to new music is in the car by
Most
myself.
definitely. Yep.
I can't listen to new music anywhere else. I
Mhm.
can't listen to it like on headphones, like in my room alone, whatever, stereo. Nope. In a car by myself, blasting it is the only way I'll actually like
Pay attention to it.
comprehend it.
Yep.
Yeah.
a nice
Um,
little sound system in there. It's like
It's
not
the
even
drive.
not even a nice sound. I still have a shitty
Yeah,
2011
bro.
Honda, bro. It just needs to be in a fucking car for some reason for me.
It's the drive test, bro. If
Yeah.
you could drive around and forget that you're driving and just tune out and zone out, you know it's a good song. I don't care what it
There's
is.
still
You know what I mean?
songs.
you miss
that-
your exit, you know it's
You
bumping.
know it's
Yeah.
yeah.
There's still songs that come on, and uh the emotion that got tied to that song from a certain time period in my life will come back when I hear that song again. You
Yeah.
know, like there's like whether you're going through something, whatever, in that moment in your life, I got in a car, I listened to that song, and whenever it comes back again, I listen to it again, I am sometimes taken back and reminded of those emotions, whether they be good or bad. And that there's very little things in life that can do that.
You just see Eslam crying driving down the highway.
I can't believe it.
It's like I was there yesterday.
you see people just like switching 2 lanes over. They're like,
This guy's having a nervous breakdown.
yeah,
Yeah, man, it's like it's literally like a time machine. There's times like I mean, it probably happened to you guys. You know when you can listen to something and exactly remember what you were doing or where you were when you heard it, like stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, it's just insane, bro. That's pretty
I
cool.
I don't even listen to music anymore.
Me
I just
either.
like to play
It's so
music.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
haven't listened to a new song in like forever. Like literally, if I like want music, I'll just go to my room. I'll find on YouTube like a drum track or like a backing track where like it has actual rhythm chords and sets like what key, and then I'll just play whatever I want to like hear to whatever I'm playing. And it's like it's.
Yeah,
I feel like it's so much more satisfying than actually listening to music. Maybe it's just because today I just don't respect like the music game. Like I mean, there's some stuff here and there where it's like, oh, these people are doing it. But for the most part, I just feel like it's just all
I mean,
just spewing out nonsense. Maybe it's the times, the
basically.
yeah.
generations like are getting ahead of me, and
I
I'm just
just think
old now. But and I can't relate. But
it's
I
I'm
think
just like
that's definitely part of it.
this new music is just not getting me. So I rather just be like make my own shit. If I want to like be
for real.
grungy, I'll slam on some power chords, just like put it to a drum beat, and it's just like that is just so much more fulfilling than just listening to somebody else do it. It's
Yeah, it's a passion that you have, and like, yeah, no, I hear you. But yeah, man, I felt the same way. I mean, not a knock to, because there's still good music that I listen to today, and but it's just it doesn't have that same feel as like stuff
Yeah.
that we listened to when we were younger. And it could be that we're getting older, but I
Yeah.
think the artistry or actual musicianship, if that's even a word,
Hmm.
it started dying out like with this generation. You know what I mean?
And do you think that is because it's kind of like it's becoming fast fashion? You know what I
I
mean?
Yeah, I think
Like,
it's
do
like
you,
a fad. Is that what you're trying to say? Like,
so like in the fashion industry, there's fast fashion where you just got to get something new out, and it's just you got to keep churning shit out, whether it's good
yeah,
or bad. You just got to keep churning it out, right?
yeah.
So is has music become that? Has it become at least for what we think this music is fast fashion? There's also the point that you guys both made. Maybe we got old to the point where this new music just doesn't hit it for us anymore, and we're just like, this sucks like every other generation before us. You know what I mean?
we hit
Yeah,
that
So
yeah.
point.
I mean,
so I think it could be a little bit of both. But yeah, I
I
mean,
think you have that too, in the sense like I don't know, man, because it's kind of hard when you think about it. There's still some artists that I listen to out now who still kind of like I'm like, oh, he's pretty cool. Now, once again, it's far and few. I'm not going to listen to everything, but it's like kind of what Disco said is at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I rather well, like if I'm here chopping up drum samples to like create something or listening to records because I want to find some horns to like don't want a beat that I was working on.
yeah,
It's like I'll hook up the speakers in here, and I'll start listening to beats, and I'll have it running over and over because like you can ask Disco too, like if you have a chord until you put it together in your head, you're just like, oh shit, you got to keep listening to it. So I'll be in the room just hanging out, chilling until like I'm like something clicks, and then it's just like get to work. I just think that creativity, everything sounds the same nowadays. Everything is recycled. I just think the time, like you said, they try to get stuff out that they don't really they lose quality for quantity, if that makes any sense.
yeah, no, it does.
I also feel like computers, in a sense, kind of help oversaturate things because computers made it kind of relatively easier, so now more people could do it. They could
Yeah.
just like they have a bunch of sample packs and drum sets, and it's like, oh, okay, well, let me just next I got a little song, and next thing you know, people with no talent are like "Herba, herba, 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 herba." Yeah, yeah, herba, herba, herba,
Yeah.
yeah, herba, herba, yeah. And next thing you know, they're making money because they got a okay decent beat, and
Following,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
and charisma and this, and people like how they hang and carry themselves. And then I don't know, I just maybe that's just my perspective, but I
No,
just
I
feel
agree
like
with you, dude.
I
Cause
feel
it's
like computers help add to this oversaturation where it's like you got more bullshit out than quality
Yeah.
music.
It makes it easily it makes it more easily accessible for like for instance, I think what changed it too was that back in the day you had to have talent to be signed by
oh
like a
yeah.
record company.
Yeah,
You know what I
so
mean?
the entry barrier was how quality was measured, right? But
Yeah.
now that you can just put your stuff up by yourself, self-publish, put it up online, put it up on YouTube, put it up whatever, it's like You know,
anybody, and you just have to kind of tap into that like
yeah,
market. So like I mean, like you said, classical metal or orchestral metal, whatever you
yeah,
said before. Like if you make that type of music, you know that there's certain people who want to listen to that. So I feel in the sense like with disco settings on the like the mumble rappers, you're gonna find some kid who's gonna like it, and you don't necessarily need like a Puff Daddy back in the day, like
yep,
with Bad Boy and stuff like that, or like a Jay-Z with Rockefeller. You don't need nothing like that no more because you have Instagram, you have social
yep,
media. So as long as somebody likes it, you can start growing from there. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? So
And
that
that's
definitely watered it down, bro.
yeah,
And that's another point you just made. Social media, they just made it a million times easier to lie to the general public. Be like, oh, I got 2 watches right now. I got money for days. But meanwhile, after that little clip, they're like, oh shit, collect those hundreds. Like I got. So it's like you get to paint and frame that picture and that
yep,
lifestyle better for like to better suit your needs when meanwhile you're like living out of a garage, you know.
Yeah, you can control the
It's like
narrative. You can make
yeah,
people
one
see
hundred
what you
percent.
want them to
Yeah.
see. Yeah, damn, that's nuts.
computers, it's the Skynet. I'm telling you.
Skynet, bro. I'm telling you.
I completely stopped honestly listening to music. I think the last new album I listened to was Muse, because for me Muse has been consistently good,
Mhm.
um, and they try new things, they try new sounds, and they usually succeed in those new sounds. And honestly, the best live show I've ever seen um, was Muse. It was so fucking good,
Wow,
better than anybody.
that's
Um,
pretty cool. How many live shows have you? I mean, you used to work at Prudential, man. So you
yeah,
probably
dude, I've
It's
seen
like a
everybody.
million. He's
I've
so
seen
much,
everybody. I've seen Bruno Mars is also another phenomenal
bro. He's
live
an amazing.
performer.
Yeah, I see. I heard that. I've
Live
never seen him.
performance wise, he is so fucking great. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous. He
he
has
sounds like
such
he sounds like he can mimic. Sorry to cut you off. He sounds like he can mimic his studio quality just no problem.
oh, one
Bruno
hundred percent.
Mars, just like damn, did
100%.
you just come
Same
off the
with
studio?
Muse. Muse when
yeah,
Muse was playing, it sounded like a studio album. And they were
that's wild.
like, you know that song Madness where he's like mama 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 mad mad mad.
Yeah.
They looped that on the spot. Like he
Oh
sang
wow,
it in the microphone, and the
And
guy
with
in
the
the back,
pedals or something.
he looped it, and then he just started playing it. And I was
that's
like,
not
holy
that's not that crazy. I mean, all you
no,
have to
I
do is
know.
just, and then there's like a kill switch button that you could
No,
just.
It's on the
I mean,
pedals, right?
that is skill. I mean, that is skill.
I understand that, but to do it live, it's still kind of like this is
Yeah,
pretty
Yeah,
fucking cool.
yeah.
And the same thing with like Kendrick. Was it Kendrick? Yeah, I think it was Kendrick Lamar. One of the only rappers that came on stage by himself, no entourage, no nobody. He was by himself on the stage, and that's all you fucking needed. He was
Yeah.
so good. His energy was amazing. I don't like rap. Never listened to one of Kendrick's songs in my life. I enjoyed the fuck out of that live show. It was
That's
Damn,
so
dope.
good.
he just
Like
got a
it.
new fan that day.
I mean, I didn't leave and download any of his music, but listen, he was phenomenal live. You know, so
You sound like you would have straight blown him off charisma right there. You're
bro, I
like,
took
damn, the way
this.
he owned that
First of all,
stage.
I think I
He
lost
already had the
this.
backstage pass.
I think I lost this picture because I like it was on a very old phone and it just didn't transfer. But I took one of the most amazing pictures of Kendrick Lamar. He had this center stage, right? And I was posted at the center stage. So when he came, I gave my phone to like this girl in front of me. I was like, "Hey, take a picture," and she was fucking retarded because she didn't know how to work an Android. So I was just like, "Just press the white button, dummy. That's on there. That's the camera button that takes the picture."
She's
Um,
taking a
She took
selfie.
a picture of herself. Oh,
so she finally took a picture. It was blurry, but the blurry made it really nice because there were these like lights that were coming up, and he was kneeling down, and it looked like it was like
silhouette.
rain,
Oh,
and it was blurred with
Oh,
light
that's
on it,
dope.
and it was like a really cool picture. I'm pretty sure I don't have it anymore, but um,
It's a really cool picture, but I can't show it to you.
I know, like I wish I still had it, but I'll look for it. I don't think so, but
That's sick,
um,
man. That's one of the best concerts you've been to. I've seen so many concerts, man, and so many shows. The best hip hop show I've been to, bro, honestly, is seeing the Roots live.
oh wow,
The Roots
nice.
band is insane. That I've seen Kiss, bro. When I went to see Kiss, they were like
Yeah, Kiss
73.
came. Kiss Gang,
Did you
yeah.
see it too?
Yeah, yeah,
How long
yeah.
ago was
They're
this?
so
This was
old,
a
man.
couple
They
of years
start.
ago. Someone had to walk out Gene Simmons because he was blind at that time. Like
What?
like they have to walk him out on stage because he's
Damn.
like legally blind, and he has like the blood thing. And my boy who was like standing right under him, he like threw his like thing of blood and it landed on my boy's head. He's like covered in his fake blood and
Oh
shit.
god.
That shit was
That's
hilarious.
crazy. That's a
Shout out.
story though, man.
Oh, we should. The three of us should get on here and we'll talk. We'll do a whole episode of just like concert stories because I
That would
have
Yeah,
a
actually be
ton.
really cool. Yeah.
that would
I
be
have a
dope.
ton, bro.
Yo,
Hey, I
what
have a quick
concert
question.
story? Oh, go ahead.
So you say you had like 300 vinyls. Do you have like a top list, like a top three, top five, or do you
Uh,
just
honestly, man, I have a couple. Like I'm looking at them now. So like when I go digging through like crates to find records, like I'll go anywhere, bro, because you'll be so surprised where you can find records. Um, the records, like say if I'm driving and somebody has a garage sale and I see like a crate out, I'll
Yeah,
pull over and I'll try to see it like real quick. Because like when I first started doing it, I'd be like, oh shit, what's that? This and that. And I look through the records. But now since I've been doing it for a couple, bro, I can fly through bins real quick.
yeah.
So I'll go check it. I like classical music too. I actually have, and it's crazy how they come in. They look like books, like an actual book, and inside are sleeves, but they have records in them with a story. And what they are is all like the Philadelphia. There's one I have like the Philadelphia Harmonic Orchestra, where they did a concert, and I guess they recorded it themselves. And the vinyls are numbered, so mine's like one of like 23,
Nice.
and they just kind of pass it out to whoever. But bro, they're like stamped 1920,
Damn.
1919, like so they're
damn
super old, and it's like
some vintage?
those musicians are probably all dead. Like it's like a
Yeah,
piece of history
yeah,
that was recorded. You know what I mean? I have the Beatles Blue album from the
yeah. It's
year
like
it came out.
100 years. Definitely dead.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm
that's
saying. Like,
something really cool that we're gonna lose the idea of a finite number of production of something, because now
Yeah.
everything's like internet, like, oh, there's a million infinite
Well,
amount
that's
of
why they
digital copies
created
of this.
everything's
NFTs, right?
digital. Yeah,
So
bro, it's just
to
it's
create
insane.
that
Man.
again, but it's gonna take some time.
I mean, I have, like I said, I have the Beatles Blue album from the year it came out. I
Oh
have a
wow,
couple Doors albums.
nice.
Um, you know what? I honestly have like remember. I mean, you obviously from up north, both of you guys. You remember old school freestyle music, like Stevie B and stuff like that. So
I mean, no, I've never
like,
listened to it, but sure.
I felt like I did until you said that name. I was like, never heard of that person.
nah,
I
yeah,
was like, I know
this,
freestyle. Yeah.
yeah, like freestyle music, like club
Yeah,
music, like
yeah,
'90s
like
club
Rabbit,
music.
like what's it, like
No,
Eminem, Rabbit.
not that music. Nah, not like hip hop music. It's like a genre of music. Like back in the '90s in New York, it was like club music. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And if you hear it, I'll send you a link, and you'll be like, "Oh, okay, I know what freestyle music is." But they're so hard to find because back then when they were making freestyle records, a lot of companies, I guess, weren't giving like record deals for freestyle music because they thought it was going to be a fad or something like that. So a lot of the people who pressed them up were just singles. So it's a lot of like if you have a dope song, you'll just make a single and keep it moving.
Yeah.
I have a couple old school freestyle records that like I found. I remember I found in some old Puerto Rican lady's house, bro. It was like a garage sale, like legit a garage sale, and I was like, oh shoot, I'm like, how much do you want for the? They didn't know what it was, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'll give you like $20 for those. She's like, oh, they're just $1 a piece. Just give me $10. I'm like, why not? And I ended up getting some. But as far as favorite records, bro, I just listen to everything, man.
George is like, play it cool, play it cool.
Say what? Yeah, but
Um,
honestly, man, it's just I think I love that fact of like when I find like a record or a new, like I remember back in the days, for instance, when you had a CD, you remember tearing the package open from the CD and like you want to listen to what's on the CD.
yeah.
That's the same way I do when I
Take the
put the record
booklet out, look at the songs.
Yeah,
I
while
remember
I
my
listen to
first
the
CD
record.
that I actually purchased with my money. It was a Jay-Z Blueprint. I remember.
Yeah, mine was
CD.
mine was the new Linkin Park album at the time. I think it was Minutes to Midnight.
That's a great album.
And then once I bought that one, I went and bought all their older albums again because I had just pirated them because I was
Yeah.
poor. And when I got a job, I had money. I was like, all right, I bought Meteora, I bought like Hybrid Theory, and like so I then after that I bought every single one, and the last one I bought was the last one that came out before Chester passed,
Yeah.
and yeah,
I
man,
had a
it's
chance to see them at the Garden, bro, and
oh,
that's
you
one of
lucky
the
son of
things.
a bitch! I
I know
never
I
had a
never
chance to
I'm
see
saw them.
them.
jealous.
I never got to see them.
Oh,
I had
damn,
a chance, bro, and it's
shit.
crazy because
Oh,
this is when I worked in the city years ago, and it was probably Minutes to Madness. No, A Thousand Suns. Did they
Yeah,
have an
oh, I
album?
love that album too. Yeah,
When that album came out, bro, they were touring for it, and I worked in the city at the time, so I went to Penn Station to catch my train, and I saw Lincoln Park. And back then, it wasn't like now that everything will be sold out. Like you could just walk up and like, yo, give me nosebleeds. At least I could see, a band.
yeah,
Bro, I was just like, nah, I'm going home. I regret not going to that
yeah,
concert.
damn.
Like,
dude.
yeah,
Henry Killer Fox said he saw them at Warped Tour, and
Yeah,
damn, that's awesome. And
you're
then I'm
lucky,
also
bro.
shocked, like, damn, was Warped Tour still a thing?
Yeah. Um, they always toured more overseas than they did in the States, so they
yeah,
always had limited concerts here, and then they toured like a lot in like Europe and all those states, but in all those countries. But I want to end this conversation with this, right? Next time either of you is in the city, there was this one cool bar I went to. I don't know if it's still around, but the bar was called Fat Cat. You pretty much go down the stairs. It's like in a basement. You go in. They have the bar. They have like pool tables. They have like ping pong tables or whatever, and then they have a section where there's usually a live jazz band playing. Very cool vibe. Very chill. Um, it's like a nice hang spot, right? It's
yeah.
it's not like a crazy like New York City bar where you got the youngins. It's just like a nice. You go there. It's chill. The music's playing. People are playing pool or ping pong or whatever. And then you're getting your drinks and shit like that. So it's very cool. I would recommend it if you guys wanna.
That's actually pretty cool, man. I remember we used to go to a spot on the weekends. It was called G&G's in Lower
Mm,
Manhattan, um, and I think it was like every Sunday or something like that. It was like live salsa, and like they would have
nice.
like a live band, bro. So the only thing was if you got in before I think 8 or 9, like it was a restaurant too, so you'd be able to eat, but then after 9 you have to pay a cover charge. So when we were younger, we're like, damn, bro, like we can eat food or we could pay a cover charge. So we used to try to get in there early so that if we're already in there by the time it goes past 9 o'clock, they can't say shit. But they would go over there, bro, and be live bands, man. I remember being in the city at that time. It was just sick.
Yeah. Alrighty. I think it's time for us to move on to some of the news. All right, Disco, you want to do your news first?
Yeah. I'm gonna share screen.
Okay.
You guys don't mind if I rock with you for the whole news, right?
Oh, no, no, please join us,
I'm
bro.
down.
This has been fucking fantastic.
Can
I
y'all see?
know.
Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
And Haish,
Anne Heche declared legally dead, taken from Screen Rant by Brennan Klein. Last week she was in a car accident. It was deemed an accident, and she was brain dead. And this week they finally pulled the plug on her, and so now she's officially dead.
Mhm.
Um, this
Oh, that
this is
sucks.
this is a tragic event. I don't know exactly what happened, but I saw some
Oh
videos
wait,
and
she was I saw Legend of Korra. Go up. Um uh to
this
appear
is
on a
a
wide range of projects including Aftermath, The Legend of Korra, Chicago PD. I guess she was a voice actress on The Legend of Korra.
I
Um
guess so.
yeah.
I remember
Oh,
her from 6 Days and 7 Nights. That was with
Yes,
Harrison
Henry
Ford.
Ford. Harrison Ford. I was gonna say
Henry
Henry Ford.
Ford.
Oh man,
You
yeah,
will
that was a
see
good
me in the
one.
back of my Lincoln.
She's definitely had some a pretty good career. Don't know exactly what happened, but I saw some of the videos and she was flying down that street. It was a crazy video to see.
Wait, they got it on video of her getting into the accident?
You see some not the actual accident, but some of the videos of like from like door cams and stuff from the
Yeah.
street. and you kind of just see her just flying by, like, going like 60 on like a residential,
Man,
Um,
that sucks.
so I mean, going those speeds, I'm not surprised she didn't make it, but I don't know exactly what happened, but they deemed it an accident and just a tragedy, tragedy.
That
Uh,
sucks, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd like to
man.
see her in some movies. Yeah, R.I.P. Man, and thanks
Condolences to her family.
for real.
yep, yep, yep. And so sorry to hear that. Like you said, condolences. Dead at 53. She's in a better place now, hopefully.
That's Matt Young, man. Damn, that
Yep.
sucks. Rest in peace,
And
and H.
next up, we have. Can y'all see that? Swiss Beats and Timbaland suing Triller.
Yeah.
Sweet, for $28 million. Pay up
28
for
million.
Versus.
Exactly. Versus. Apparently, they sold Versus to Triller, and Triller made like 2 payments, and then they stopped paying, and so they're suing them for about 28 million. Uh, these are two amazing producers. They like I remember Tim from the Justin Timberlake album. I feel
Yeah.
like he made that whole
Yeah.
album. Like he made Justin's career almost. I mean, not made his career, but like his solo career.
Yeah.
Like he took it to that next level.
Future Love
And
Sounds, man.
Swiss
That's a good album.
Beats, man, he's just amazing himself. Like they're both amazing producers, and it's crazy when these companies as big as Triller like just pull like schools. So
Douchebags.
I hope they get what they get coming to them, and I hope Swiss Beats and Timbaland win that suit because I like them.
Heck yeah, not even that, man. Like if you know what, if they sold it to you for like rights or something like that, obviously they created it, man. Just pay up. Like obviously you're making money off of them. Like they deserve their cut if they're the ones who created it.
Yeah,
It's just
it's fucked up. Like I don't understand what they think. Like, oh well, I don't have to like pay these guys. Like like that's just not how business works. You sign paperwork. You make you dot your I's and your T's. You have to follow through after that. And like we were talking about behind the scenes, that one episode with Dipset and Jadakiss. Apparently,
yeah.
I remember seeing that online. I didn't actually know it was Versus at the time, but I remember seeing that, and it was a crazy video. So, it's definitely a great idea, and people are watching. So, pay up, Triller.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't. I know the Dipset and the Locks thing where like Jadakiss ripped them in freestyling, like he legit freestyled on stage live or something like that. But I know like from excuse me, what I seen was I think what Bone Thugs and Harmony they did a versus too, and then like in the middle of the concert, I guess somebody from the other verses said something to one of the Bone Thugs rapper, and like he stopped the. I think he just passed it, no harmony. And they ended up fighting on stage.
Oh, this is probably it right here.
Yeah. Like
They
something.
throwing punches.
Yeah, like it's basically like some wild shit that Versus does.
They got Ja Rule.
Damn, bro. I don't even. Is Ja Rule still around?
Apparently.
I mean,
I'm surprised he's still alive after that fire festival.
I don't
Nonsense.
even remember Ja Rule for his career. I remember Ja Rule from that what was it, a Chappelle joke where he's just like, somebody called Ja Rule.
Yo,
man.
he made mad money back in the day. I know that, but I don't know.
Yeah, he did. Hopefully he
Right
still
now.
has it. I
I'm
mean,
about to
Nah,
say
he went.
money.
He went to jail for tax evasion. No, he was in jail for quite a
He
bit.
was in jail. I don't remember for what though.
Okay.
Definitely. I remember he came out. He's swinging for the other side after that. It's quite the experience.
It changed his life.
Yep.
Damn.
But next up, my last story is the Addams Family. They gave us a peek into who they casted. Oh no, it zoomed up too much. I don't know what's happening. Here we go.
Is that?
Yeah, so this is the cast. It's an all Hispanic cast, Latino cast. How do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about that?
Yeah,
It's
so
ca-
the show is called Wednesday or something like that, and I'm guessing it's gonna be mostly based on the daughter.
Centered around Wednesday.
Yeah.
Is
And
that
then-
Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Yes,
It
Oh,
is.
wow.
still looking fine.
Yeah, like she
That's
definitely. I
for
didn't
real.
know she was. But Go ahead, Eslam. I'm sorry, man.
No, yeah, that was it. I don't know much about the show, but it's they released a trailer like a couple days ago or something like that.
I never seen it. That's. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I don't know how I feel about Luis Guzman as Gomez, man. Don't get me wrong. I like Luis Guzman, but I don't know. Maybe
You
I'm
know
just used
what?
to Raul Julia.
Let's see what his take is going to be on it. I don't like his haircut whatsoever, but I can't wait to see him because I know he's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, he's fun. He looks like kind of like the Latin Miss Trunchbull from Matilda. Look at his hair.
I yeah, I don't know. I'm sure he's gonna put his own flavor. I love him.
Yeah,
And
I
everything
love
else
him.
he's
Don't get me
been,
wrong. Me too.
but I'm used. I guess I'm used to the other one, like the I forgot his name, but like he's
Raul
taller
Julia,
and
bro. You can't mess with Raul Julia. That's
yeah. So
Gomez. He's
Yeah.
Gomez and M. Bison. That's how I know him. He could have done 100 other
Oh,
movies.
yes.
And Raul Julia
He
is
is.
Gomez and M. Bison.
Damn.
yeah,
He
yeah.
really was.
I think Catherine Zeta's killing it. She has that nice, like almost, like damn, I'm forgetting her name. What's
Morticia. Morticia.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
mom.
pulling it
Yeah, she
She's
kind of does
pulling
look
it.
like her too.
with the black lipstick. She's definitely swinging that. Wednesday, I could see her being a Wednesday, like a modern day Wednesday.
Wednesday looks like a angry
I mean-
Puerto Rican woman.
She definitely looks angsty as hell. She's ready to just.
I never really liked the Addams Family like everybody else did. I
Yeah.
didn't care much for it. So I'm just like, whatever.
He's like, I don't care. He's
Yeah,
like, you
pretty
could have put
much.
Denzel Washington as Gomez. This would be all right, whatever.
He would have done great.
Imagine he would have won an Oscar for playing Gomez.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be crazy. Anyway, that's all I have for today, folks.
All right.
Over to you, Eslam.
All right. So we discussed what is not going to be around by 2035. For my news segment, I want to discuss a little bit what might be around by 2035 or maybe 2050 with these
Hopefully, us.
yeah
Yeah.
with these new pieces of technology. Now shout out to Hashim at dot al Galili from Instagram. His page is amazing. He creates all these videos about upcoming technologies, scientific breakthroughs, and anything that has to do with the advancement of humanity. Um, but the first thing I wanted to show here is this new printed solar panels. So as you can see here, it's literally like the old school film paper. You know, if like you took it out of the camera,
Yeah.
that's what it looks like. But it's solar panels, and you can just roll them out, connect them, and start making energy. You know what I mean? You see them here; they're just literally taping them on top. What this means is it could possibly make solar panels a lot cheaper for everyone to have, and a lot more accessible. The only issue with solar panels is just that our battery technology isn't great. It doesn't hold energy for a long time, and you need to put in more energy. There's like a waste and transfer. So hopefully that gets better. But go check out the full video. But this thing looks amazing, and I hope it really works out because it'll just make having solar panels so much easier. And if that's the case, you can literally start taping these on your cars, and now your car is, has some type of solar power.
I'm about to just tape up my whole house.
Yeah.
To see my
Yeah.
whole house.
Yeah. Next up, Korean scientists have developed nanomachines that can penetrate and kill cancer cells. Now, this is some sci-fi shit, and I fucking love it. Now, obviously, these nanomachines are not actually full 100% machines. They're usually a combination of little computer chips and protein cells, or a different type of cell that the chip that they use will drive that cell to go in and attack and kill the cancer cells. So it's usually not like a machine like you got shown it earlier, but that's usually how it is.
It's Osmosis Jones. Don't lie
Yeah,
to me.
it
He's
is.
in there
Don't
fucking
lie.
shit
Damn,
up.
you got me, bro. It is Osmosis Jones. Chris Rock is back at it. He's
I
going to
know.
kill these cancer cells.
And he's pissed off because he got slapped by Will Smith.
Yeah. Oh man. Um,
That's actually pretty cool, though, man, that they're doing that. You know what I mean? It's like, you think about it, like, all the research they've done for, I mean, however many of years, and, like, they still can't crack a cure for cancer.
well, I'm pretty sure they have a cure, bro, but there's no money in cures, right? There's
Oh,
money in
yeah, of
treatment.
course. Yep.
So
That's
my
no,
little conspiracy
no
episode.
truer words have been spoken, though. Yeah, man. You can't make money if people are healthy.
Yeah, and
Capitalism is gonna be our ruin as a humanity.
Right?
speaking of battery technology, we have a new miniature solar rechargeable battery that can charge within seconds of being exposed to sunlight.
Wow.
And why that is amazing is because for pieces of technology that get put in pacemakers, in life-saving technologies, you know, uh, this can really help if if you can just charge it via just a little bit of sunlight. If you're out in nowhere and you need to charge or something, um, you're camping or something, you need a defibrillator, you can just like charge it just by the sunlight and use it to help save people's lives. There, you can only imagine the type of application this technology can be, whether when it's more developed. And but yeah, it could also make wearables like it's showing here very more efficient, because you can just you're wearing it on your wrist, you're in sunlight, it's charging. You know what I mean? So
That's awesome,
yeah,
because I have a Galaxy Watch 4, and like that's the worst thing about it, the battery.
yeah,
If I actually use it like a regular phone
Yeah.
type thing, like it's like a couple hours, like barely.
yeah.
So it'd be awesome if I go outside and boom, I could just talk like for the rest, like a couple more hours. That would change the game. Phones wouldn't even need these like lithium battery things
Yeah.
that we're using now.
Well, I think you'd
crack
still
up.
need a battery to hold the energy.
Samsung, the capacitor, it's different.
I crack up because
But
Eslam said, if you go
Samsung
camping,
doesn't have to worry anymore about any exploding batteries.
Yeah.
If
My
you-
bad.
No, you crack me up. Is Eslam said, if you go camping, if you need it for a defibrillator, that's the last thing I would think of for going camping.
Yo,
Maybe
what if
a-
you?
Get the
Maybe-
defibrillator.
yeah,
I packed it in the truck.
Yeah, maybe a lantern, probably a flashlight. He said a defibrillator.
Yo, what if you see a bear and have a heart attack and they need to bring you back to life, bro? What you gonna do
Oh,
then?
Hopefully it's not at night, then you're fucked. 'cause you don't
Yeah.
have
Well,
So you're saying we have to kill the bear first and then get you with the defibrillator?
yeah.
nah,
or
the
use
bear.
the defibrillator to kill the bear.
Yeah.
By that time, it's nighttime. You already used up the charge. You're
Well,
fucked
no.
either way.
What I mean for defibrillator, let's say like someone's coming to rescue you, and
Yeah.
for some reason you need a defibrillator. You're out. You don't need to always worry about it being charging, changing the battery. You can just charge it on the spot and use it. But
True. Or you could use it to charge your cell phone and call for help.
that's if you have signal, right?
True.
We're talking about in the middle of nowhere. But
Yeah. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm trying to have different scenarios, you know?
no, I 100% agree. But yeah, man. But yeah, that's all my news for today. And everyone, thank you for listening to Los Wise Guys podcast. If you like what you hear, please follow us on social media, like, subscribe, share, and comment below. Go check out the Los Wise Guys website. Go check out our social medias. We'll put up George's social media handle if he wants in the description below on the YouTube description. George, it was fucking phenomenal having you
Yeah.
on, man. It was so much fun. We definitely need to do another episode where we just talk concerts.
I
That's
got
going to
some
be a lot of
stories,
fun.
man. Yeah, dude. That's. I mean, you know what? We've been trying since you guys first started this. I know we've
Yeah.
been kind of talking about getting on, and like I said, I mean, I'm not famous. I'm not special. I just like shooting the shit with my boys, man. So that's definitely
That's
what it
his.
is.
That's exactly what it is for us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But before we go, I just want to say, I just want to give a shout out to my nephews, Junie and Tino. Shout out for checking out the podcast. I
Nice.
love you for, and this is for you guys.
Yes,
Y'all
thank
are
you.
awesome. I love you.
Thank you for listening, younger generation.
Yep.
We appreciate your support. I know
For
we're
real.
old, but
They listened to our Stranger Things episode, and they
Nice.
were like, "We listened to the whole thing." And
Nice.
I came to my niece's 9th birthday, and they came at me like I was a superstar. I was like, Los Wise Guys podcast. They were like screaming. They ran up to me. It was just like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like,
Nice.
"We've never spoken this much before."
That's
That's
funny,
awesome, man.
Hey, at least they could get
Nah.
something out of it, man. We are old, but
Ex-
if they're listening to something,
exactly.
you'd be good, man.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
nah, thanks guys for having me. Like I said, man, it's definitely a pleasure. It was great seeing both you guys after such a long time. I know that
Yeah,
we were
hopefully
supposed to do
Dan will
this.
be on the next time you're on. So
Oh man, I have wrestling stories too, man. I just
Yeah.
went to an
Oh.
AEW show like
Nice.
a month ago. It was bro. Jeff Hardy came out of nowhere,
yeah,
and
I think we actually talked
you-
about that. Yeah.
Did you really? I was
Yeah,
there. I was there
because
live.
Dan does all the news, so I'm sure he's once he watches this he'll hear. But I'm pretty sure we talked about Jeff Hardy coming back or something like
Dude,
that.
I remember.
Do you watch Japanese wrestling by any chance?
I watch wrestling in general, but honestly, man, I haven't watched it a lot lately, just due to the amount that I've been busy and stuff, like with
Yeah,
life. But
that's
any kind of wrestling, bro, I'll watch. I
You
love
should
it.
go
we
check
we
out-
gotta invite him. We gotta invite him to a kayfabe
Yeah,
corner.
you could go check out one of
the-
the kayfabe corner episodes, where Dan
Yeah.
tells us kayfabe terms, and
Yeah.
we have to guess what it is, like what it refers to, and whoever gets closest gets a point.
or if it's a real term at all,
Yeah.
like it could be just a made up.
So
And
if you're taking color in a match, what is it?
Blood.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good.
I remember.
Good.
And then the other form of kayfabe corner where he does Japanese wrestlers. So
Mhm.
he'll just start throwing out Japanese names, and you gotta guess if it's an actual wrestler in Japan Pro Wrestling, or
That
if it's
sounds
not.
awesome.
Dude, those episodes are so goddamn funny. Go check them out, man. They're on YouTube.
They were a legitimate challenge. I was just like, I don't know, I'm being racist. I don't know, because they all sound like they could be like.
Yo, it's
so-
crazy because I know, not to cut you off, but I know, like I said, I've been watching here and there, but I know like Vince McMahon retired, and it's like I never thought in my entire
Retired.
life, yeah, but you know what I mean? Oh, technically, but I never thought. Ever since I was watching wrestling, bro, as a kid, I never thought that Vince McMahon would retire. I
Yeah.
thought he legit was like they were gonna be in a show, and he was gonna like die backstage
Yeah.
because he was not gonna leave. You know what I mean? It sounds messed up. Don't get me wrong. I don't wish
Yeah.
that on him. But I'm just like, yo, I can't believe it. But yeah, retired
But yeah,
technically.
so if you want to know more about anything wrestling, go check out our segment Powerbomb Weekly, which we put up on YouTube. And don't worry, even though Dan's not here, we will have a Powerbomb Weekly for you this week. So stay tuned for that. Or it should have been up already if it usually goes up before the main episode. So go check that out too. Thank you for listening as always, and have a great week.